Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. Dear sons and daughters of planet Earth, I am Sananda. We will always continue, bringing you some teachings that can help you in this moment of great turbulence. Some of you are going through very difficult situations, and that now at this moment, they feel that they need to make a decision, they need to choose a path. And that the path that is lived today no longer suits them. But it takes courage, you need to be sure that you will take the right path. So you often ask yourselves, what is the solution, what is the path, how to act, how to do it? So that the path I choose is a path of peace, harmony and balance for me and everyone involved. How to find this path? You have learned here, and those who read my letters are introduced to it every time, that with every sowing there will be a harvest. You have followed many paths to get here. Many lives, no matter if they were here or not here on this planet. Each of you brings a baggage, brings a suitcase of events, knowledge, learning, mistakes, successes, suffering, joys, all the feelings are inside. When you open this suitcase, there is no packing, everything is jumbled up. It's as if you had to quickly pack a suitcase to go traveling. In which you put all kinds of clothes, everything mixed up, everything tangled up, and when you arrive at your destination, when you open this suitcase, it almost explodes with so much disorganization. And where to find each thing? It's not easy, you have to stop and start separating each type of clothing in a corner, so that you can get an idea of what is where. Could you do this with this suitcase of your lives? I would say no, because each feeling was transmuted along the way. Hatred transforms at some point into forgiveness and love. Joy may at first bring you a lot of happiness, but over time it may turn into sadness. So the feelings, the experiences, the lessons, the mistakes and successes, are that poorly packed suitcase that you quickly packed. At this moment, what are I and so many other beings of light trying to do? We're helping you pack that suitcase. First, pull those points, where you know there is something that catches your attention. It could be a mistake, it could be suffering, and when you pull it, you will have access to everything that generated it there. It may be that at first, you do not recognize it as an event in your life, but it brings to you a feeling that you know. So it doesn't matter the origin of the suffering, it doesn't matter the origin of the feeling, it doesn't matter the origin of the error, it matters that there is a problem there. It's as if that were clothes that you no longer like, and that probably no longer fit you. And that if you try to put it on, you will look and feel very ridiculous with it. So it's an outfit that has to be eliminated. But as I already explained here, it's not just taking the clothes and throwing them in the trash, or simply, take the clothes and give them to someone. That clothes will have to be eliminated from your path, but in a correct way. Donated, sold, thrown away, but in a way that you dispose of it correctly. That it will not impose anything on others, that it will not harm the planet, that it will not harm anyone, because you can sell it for an excess value than it is actually worth. So bring it all into one feeling. So you will have to treat it however it is, in whatever way you find most comfortable. It may be that you cannot find a calm formula to act on that suffering, it will be a thorny, rocky path. But are you willing to stick yourself, to slip a few times on the rocks, and walk that path to actually be able to say, I got rid of that, that doesn't bother me anymore. The current moment, with the arrival of so much light, is a moment of pure internal reflection. It is a time to no longer accept things out of laziness in trying to resolve them, because this will no longer be allowed. There will come a point where what you think is normal will cause you so much imbalance, such a bad feeling, that you will have to do something about it. It's no longer possible to put things under the rug. The light goes there and takes it away. So, thinking that you are going to continue living with the problems you have, without taking care of them, you won't be able to, because this problem will become worse and worse. Until you actually stop and take action. Now, what action to take? Many times, any attitude on your part could harm the other, it could hurt the other, it could even hurt the other. Not hurt in the physical sense, but hurt emotionally. Then I ask you, who is doing the cleaning walk, you or the other person? Ah, but if I harm others, that's not right. It depends on your point of view. Everything you do to each other, the other receives. It is not just a decorative piece, which receives, and that's it, it's over. No, he receives and emanates something, he emanates anger, he emanates hatred, he emanates joy, it doesn't matter, he also has a reaction. So when you have to take action, and that involves other people, there is no recipe, there is no predefined process. Just fill yourself with lots of light and lots of love, before you speak or do anything. When you have to make a difficult, painful, even complicated decision, if you act with your mind, the tendency will be arguments, fights, verbal attacks, and I can assure you, nothing will be resolved. You just added, as you often say, more fuel to the fire. Now if you fill yourself with light, if you fill yourself with love and simply affirm to yourself, I am doing this for my own good, and to break this connection that I created with so and so, to solve this problem that I created. May so and so find within his heart the path, the light and the truth, to receive what I am going to propose, what I am going to decide, and we can both find our balance together. By doing this, what are you saying to the universe? I'm trying to find my balance in the universe, but I also want the other person involved in the process to also find theirs. I don't just want to balance myself, we will balance each other, each from our own point of view, each in our own way. So in this way, you are acting with your heart, not your mind. Everything that is done with the mind tends to not work, because you make decisions unilaterally, and they simply say, so and so screw it, I decided. In other words, you may have eliminated one problem in your life, but you will gain others. First, because you didn't respect the consequence you are causing to the other person. Second, you are not caring about the other person, because you acted with the mind, you were selfish, you thought only of yourself. So, problems are solved with the heart. What you propose, the other person doesn't always agree with. But if you put everything in with love, and involve the light in the process, the light will involve the other in such a way that the other may at first be upset, may not like it, may complain, may vibrate. And when he calms down, the light will begin to show him a path, that in the heat of anger, from the first impact of what he heard, he did not see. But the light began to work in him and showed him that there is a path, and that that path will be good for him and for whoever proposed what he had to propose.